All right, episode 15 of the Pack Boys Pod is here. We have a pack show for you guys today. We're kicking it off with pack punt or pass. In college football, we are taking it to shake and take in college football and NFL. So first time we're doing both. We're going to mix in questions from both. Then we have actually two drafts today. Two special drafts.
Oh, yes.
The draft of ice cream flavors. Then we're going to hit who's got that dog in them in the NFL, give you guys some dogs to look out for this weekend. Our second draft is going to be the NFL draft of non-football free agency, in which we will take superstars or great athletes from other sports that aren't football and put them in the NFL for our favorite teams, Hunter the Steelers, me the Cowboys. And we will wrap it up with our bold predictions of the weekend. Douglas, ready to get into it?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, we're going to kick it off with pack, punt, or pass. Douglas, would you like to ask first or answer first?
I will defer to you.
I will ask first.
Okay.
Okay. Pack, punt, or pass, the better 2022 conference. The Pac-12, the Big Ten, the Big 12.
Oh, I'm actually good. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, that's
just the conference, like from top to bottom in talent, not who's gonna have a national title contender, just the conference overall.
I think I'm going to pack the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Punt the Big 12 and punt or wait,
pass.
Yeah, pass on the
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Dude, I'm very, very impressed with the Pac-12.
Best chances of making the college football playoff.
Okay.
Number 7 Ole Miss, number 8 TCU, number 9 UCLA.
I will repeat them again. TCU, UCLA. Who was the other one? Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Yep.
I will pack TCU. I will punt UCLA, and I will pass Ole Miss.
Better Saturday upset: Utah, Georgia Southern, Tennessee.
I have to pack Tennessee, punt Utah, pass Georgia Southern.
Okay, I threw it in there because it was a top 20.
A good upset, great upset for them, definitely. Just the other two were substantially way better.
More disrespected in the AP poll: number 18 Illinois, number 14 Syracuse, or number 12 USC.
Pack USC, punt Illinois, pass Syracuse.
Okay.
Syracuse would have, but they played an NC State team without their guy. So they should have destroyed them, and the score wasn't that bad.
More attractive job opening: Wisconsin, Arizona State, Nebraska.
I'm taking it in the order you said it. I'll pack Wisconsin. I will punt on
Arizona
State and pass on Nebraska.
Okay. And last question here. Last call. I have one NFL question. I want to hear your thoughts on it. In the NFL, in college football, who out of these three has the better chance of missing the college football playoff?
Okay.
Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson.
Pack Clemson, punt Georgia, pass Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah.
The only reason
I could see Tennessee storming into Georgia in a couple of weeks and beating them.
So if you think Clemson doesn't make it just because they don't get in, do you think they'll lose before the season's over?
We're gonna get into it in our later episode for the cards this week, but I'm gonna have one of my it will be in this episode. Let me double check here. I have it in here. Yeah. I have my bold prediction in here, which will be about Clemson. So we'll get into it. I just don't want to give anything away, but yeah, I think that they have the worst chance to get in.
Okay. No rebuttal from me.
Okay. I have 4 but one of these is going to be a kind of like a two-parter-ish, if you will.
Okay.
So, first question, pack, punt, pass, Michigan, Tennessee, Georgia. Rate these teams personally in your estimation, 1, 2, and 3.
Michigan, Tennessee, Georgia.
Yep.
I'm going to pack Georgia, punt Michigan, pass on Tennessee.
Okay.
I just think Michigan plays a much more like if you can run the ball, like you can run the ball if you can run the ball on against any defense in the country, you're going to be in every game. Tennessee, if their passing offense isn't there against somebody, they're dead in the water.
Fair. Second question, most likely to get in the college football playoff. One of these teams is a little unlike the other, and you'll see. Alabama, USC, UCLA.
Most likely to get in?
Yes.
I'll pack Alabama. I will punt UCLA, and I will pass on USC.
Wow.
UCLA has the clearest path. They haven't lost yet. They just, if they win out, I mean, I'm not saying they will get in, but if they win out and, you know, Georgia or Alabama, like Alabama already has a loss. If Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC title game, they'll both have one loss, and USC will be undefeated, or UCLA will be undefeated. I like them to make it in.
Okay. Most likely upset this weekend: Minnesota at Penn State, LSU hosting Ole Miss, Syracuse at Clemson.
I will pack LSU at Ole Miss. I will punt. Minnesota, Penn State, and I will pass on Syracuse beating Clemson.
Okay. Now this next one I'm referring to see into the future. Your drafting ability, if you're a guy, who do you want to go for here? Jalen Hyatt, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Ooh. I haven't seen Smith and Jigba play that much this year.
He's been banged up.
Yeah.
He's been banged up.
So with that being said, I will pack Jordan Addison. I will punt Smith and Jigba, and I will, for right now, pass on Jalen Hyatt.
Okay. All right. Now this is the interesting one. It's kind of like the others as well, but it's just different teams. I knew that you were going to take the UCLA over USC as far as getting into the college football playoff. So I had this as a follow-up if you did that, and you did. Most likely to get into the college football playoff: Clemson, UCLA, Oregon.
Most likely to get in?
Yes.
Clemson, who in Oregon?
Clemson, UCLA, and Oregon. Very interesting because two of those teams play this weekend.
I will pack Clemson.
Okay.
I think they have the easiest path to get in.
Okay.
And I will punt on UCLA and pass on Oregon.
So you like UCLA to be victorious against Oregon this weekend? Lack of a better phrase.
I don't know. Like, so if I'm the college football playoff committee, and let's just say Georgia beats Alabama 31-28. I know the 49-3 game was at the beginning of the year, but if they look at those two head-to-head games, and Oregon's right there at 6 or 5 or whatever, and Alabama's right there at 4 or 5, they're going to
get in. Yep, I agree.
Because it'll just be the better game. So,
okay.
That's why. Moving on, NFL college football shake and take should be a good mix-up. I'll go first with my questions because you just asked me some. Percentage chance USC can still make the college football playoff?
45%.
Wow, that's high.
They need a couple things to go right, definitely. They're going to have to win the pack.
Yeah.
And they're going to need Michigan to lose and probably Ohio State as well. So they would need something of the sorts. Ohio State goes to Penn State and takes a loss, an upset there. But then they would need Ohio State.
They need more than that. They need
they
need like TCU to lose. They need
which is possible. TCU has Kansas State this weekend, and the Big 12. You never know what you're getting there. I mean, every week it seems like a different team beats somebody, but they need things to go right. but I would say that it's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen crazier things happen. So I'm not going to go quite 50%. I'd probably go 45
Okay.
just off of initial instinct.
This is kind of a take it personal / shake and stake question. Who is a player on Ohio State that is unknown right now that will be a star, a college football star in the near future?
Oh, unknown. That's a tough one because all of their guys are.
Yeah, you don't have to brag that they're all 4 and 5 stars, Douglas. We know. We know that they're
I
all the
know.
biggest, fastest,
I'm not
strongest. We
like
know.
trying to.
No, yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, Ohio State, Urban Meyer scumbags. We know.
Okay. All right.
We know about the money bags. We know.
What?
We know. We know.
Okay. Okay. Are you done? You done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with defensive tackle Michael Hall Jr. He is 6'1". He's got like an Aaron Donald-esque build playing D tackle. He's explosive. He's the defensive tackle who was causing havoc against Notre Dame in week 1. Really the reason that Ohio State won that game and almost lost to that bad team was beyond me, but he's one of the main reasons that they won. He's number 51, Michael Hall Jr. Remember him. He's going to be very good.
My next question is a Steelers question. Similar type question. If there's one relatively unknown young Steeler right now,
okay,
that has a chance to be a star in the NFL, who is it?
Calvin Austin.
Ooh.
I at first instinct, I'd go Calvin Austin right now. He's very fast. He's going to fit into the system very well. There's rumors of Chase Claypool being traded. I heard him today on the radio again. Jeremy Fowler said today he thinks that the Steelers are going to be fielding offers for him like this week. So that being said, there goes one of your receivers. He's back off IR, so it's kind of like a perfect match. Get Claypool out. Let's bring in this little speed demon, and I think he could really excel in the system that they run. So Calvin Austin.
I would have said DeMarvin Leal personally, but that's
Leal's a very good one for sure. Very good one, but
Steelers over under 9 wins while we're on the Steelers. Over under 9. Under. Okay. What % chance do you give the Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South?
25%.
Still high on the Bucks, huh?
Yeah.
Name 3 teams you'd like to see have a top 3 pick in the NFL draft.
The Steelers.
Okay, not fan, like just because teams that you think would need quarterbacks, quarterbacks are going to go high.
Okay.
Just being a fan of the NFL, not being
just to see teams get better that aren't good.
Yes.
Okay. Houston for sure. They stink. Okay. They are bad.
Yep.
Houston, Indianapolis, and the Giants, honestly.
No, what?
I don't like Daniel Jones.
He's winning.
I get it.
Okay.
Don't like Daniel Jones.
All right. I think he's proven a little something. Better Halloween tradition, scare houses or trick-or-treating?
Trick-or-treating, and it's not close.
Wrong.
Not close.
Wrong.
Not close.
Hey,
look, I'm an adult now, and like I go to the scare houses.
I don't go
if I had to choose to go back trick-or-treating or go to like a haunted house, I'm going trick-or-treating. I'm chubby. I like candy. I'm going trick-or-treating.
Well, I'm in the same boat. I'm a fat guy. I love candy. Free candy is the best candy. But scare houses, I maybe I'm just me because like I kind of always thought scare houses were funny.
Not me.
I know. I guess it's not for everyone, but I used to like laugh. I used to be like when we like if you go in a room with a group, I would just like try to make fun of things or whatnot. Like I would try to make fun of. I'd make fun of the guy with the chainsaw. Like you know what I mean? I'd give him jokes like, "Hey, buddy, the trees are outside, not in here."
Okay.
Stuff like that. But do you like that the NFL is planning to play on Black Friday next year?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it because I usually go out on Black Friday and like shop.
Yep. I have a theory about that, by the way.
I cannot wait to hear that theory. I'm excited. Go.
Amazon doesn't want you to go out on Black Friday.
Bingo. They want you to do all the shopping from home and watch
on Cyber Monday. They want you to stay home on Friday, watch the games, do your shopping on Monday. It's the easiest scheme there has ever been.
Brilliant.
What's a scary movie that terrified you as a kid? Since we're in the Halloween,
The original Exorcist is the scariest movie to this day I've ever seen.
No,
yeah, Dude, no, because I watched
How
it the
many scary
first time.
movies have you seen?
A lot. Insidious is up there. Insidious got me pretty good.
Better. Yeah,
Insidious got me good. The second Insidious honestly got me pretty good as well. I thought they were both
very good.
Really,
They're
good.
all anything really by James Wan except he has a new movie coming out that's very bad.
For its time is what I was referring to with The Exorcist. I mean, that was made in the 70s, early
70s. That's the one where like all the people watched it back
most
then.
overrated scary movie of all time, Blair Witch Project. Sucked. I mean, it sucked. What are we doing here?
Nothing, isn't it? Like I've never seen it, but
nothing ever happens. You don't
everyone
see
says
nothing.
it's just like an hour and a half and nothing ever happens, and then some guy's just standing against a wall.
Yeah,
at the end of the movie,
pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, no. So I would say for the time, I have so much respect for The Exorcist.
I think
Insidious it's weird.
I think Blair Witch got a lot of hype because when they put it out there, it was like they didn't really say a studio funded it.
Yeah.
People thought it was actually found footage of something that happened, and people they made it into a movie. That's kind of how they marketed it. But
idiots.
Getting back to some football, should Alabama have dropped lower than 6th in the AP poll after the loss to Tennessee?
No, I think that's about right where they should
All right,
be.
Let me put it this way. If Tennessee was 3rd and Alabama was 6th, where would Tennessee be?
Oh, that is a good point. They'd have dropped way out.
Exactly.
They'd be sitting at 8 or 9 probably.
The AP poll just picks helmets. They say, "Oh, Alabama's been good for so long; they don't deserve to drop that long."
That's good point.
That's all that they do.
Never thought of it that way, dude.
My last two questions are both similar type questions for NFL and then college football.
Okay.
Better NFL game this weekend. Simply what will be the better game, not more interesting, just the better game to watch. Atlanta at Cincinnati or Kansas City at San Francisco?
I think Atlanta at Cincy, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that Kansas City San Fran game being really bland and boring. Not a lot of scoring going on, more of a defensive matchup. I could see the over being a lock in that Cincy Atlanta game. Both defenses are terrible and both offenses can score. So
better college football game this weekend. Number 9 UCLA at number 10 Oregon or number 14 Stanford at number 5 Clemson.
Syracuse.
Ooh, sleeping on the top 10 matchup.
Yeah, I'll go Syracuse at Clemson. I'm looking forward to this game. Like I've been saying, I'll be getting into.
That's going to be a defensive game if you want one right there. That's going to be.
I like defensive games in college because when you finally get good offensive plays, you see who's a good offensive player in those games.
Yeah.
Like you get to actually see. It's not like an off day. Those kids will, if they're good enough, they will beat a good defense. So I'm very interested to see that.
All right. Those were my questions. Douglas, feel free to ask yours.
Alrighty. First question. Neutral site. Let's say that they're playing in Dallas at the Cowboy Stadium. Tennessee versus Michigan. Who do you got?
Ooh. Just to win outright?
Just to win outright.
I will take Michigan.
Okay. 2. Steelers outcome on Sunday night. This is a 2 part scenario. So stay with me here. If they start Pickett and if they start Trubisky, what are the outcomes of both of those sequences? Because that is possible right now.
Tua is playing for the Dolphins in both scenarios.
Tua starting in both scenarios.
Pickett, they lose by 2. Trubisky, they lose by 8.
Okay. Third question. Hendon Hooker's pro comparison. That one's tough. I'm going to be giving you a lot of these questions from here on out and Shake and Take pro comps as well, because I know you really love the draft. So
yeah,
you can mix guys if you have to. Like it's this guy with this guy's legs, or this guy with this guy's arm, or.
Oh boy, I would have to say. I'm gonna cut this pause, by the way.
That's okay.
I know this is crazy, but if I had to pick one quarterback that he reminds me of and just arm talent, everything.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Similar He's similar.
He does have that like
peop-
flick, that like
people think he's
nonchalant flick where he can throw
people
it
think
45
Hendon
yards.
Hooker. People think Hendon Hooker's like a mobile guy. He's mobile enough.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be Lamar in the NFL, but he'll be enough to scramble and get yards. That's what Rodgers did early in his career. He's not going to be an explosive athlete, but he'll do enough running to get the job done. And plus, the arm is just, it's something special.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So,
his draft stock is climbing.
Yeah.
Better game on Sunday, CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I'll say just stats wise?
Yeah, just stats wise.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think the Lions will have to throw a lot in that game.
Okay. Stepping away from football for a second for this next one. Colby Covington versus Hamzat Shemaev, 5-round fight in Vegas, hypothetical.
I'm not taking Covington in anything. Give me Kamzat. I mean, you could ask me anything.
Number 6. Any guest in the world to have on our podcast, who would you choose?
Any guest to have on our podcast?
Anyway, they don't have to be a sports enthusiast if you don't want to. Anyone at all. Who would you choose?
Probably Bert Kreischer.
That's a really good pick.
Just because we could just say.
I mean, he'll be in here with no shirt.
Just say, "All right, Bert, go," and he'll just start talking, and we can. So, yeah, definitely Bert Kreischer.
Okay, good pick.
Plus, he knows enough sports. We could mix things in.
Yeah, he would be in here with no shirt. I mean, he'd pop up, no shirt on. Number 7. Right now, what is your Super Bowl prediction? Who's going to be there? I don't need a winner, just who's going to be in the big game.
Bills right now for the AFC. For the NFC, I'll go Philly. Bills. Okay. Bills, Eagles.
Okay. What % chance do you give Syracuse to win the ACC?
18%.
Okay.
That's
higher than what I thought.
It would spike. It would spike to over 50 if they win this week.
Okay. Better chance to make the playoffs. Vegas Raiders, Denver Broncos, Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is
a tough one there. I thought of this and I said, "Oh, this is good."
Just you want me to rank them? Or you want me to give you the best?
You can rank them. No, you can rank them if you want. I'm waiting.
I will say, just because their schedule is going to be hard, I'm going to put the Raiders last because they're such a hole against a tough schedule.
Okay.
I will say. I'll say the Broncos. I think I somehow the Steelers have the best chance to make it out of there because the second half
they do.
They're in a tough stretch right now. They stole one against Tampa, but their second half of their schedule is not the hardest thing in the world. So
after the bye week, the second half of their schedule, as those teams sit, they have to play after their bye week. Right now, it's actually the worst schedule, like easiest in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you rank the Cowboys in the NFC among teams? I know that they're like third in their division technically, but where would you put them? Like,
they're right now they're below. Like I'm not. We're talking about we're just talking about how good the team is, not like.
Yeah, no, I don't need. Even if they're like a 6 seed, it doesn't matter. If you think they're better than another division's,
they're below the Eagles. They're below. They're below the Eagles. They're below.
Yep, that's where I have them, buddy. That's where I have them.
I'm trying to. I wish Rodgers could get it together because that would be an easy pick for me, but I don't think they're below them either. I think they're right on the same level as them. So I'll just say just the Eagles then for right now.
Awesome. That's where I have them as well. Can USC still make the playoff?
No.
What % chance do you put on that?
Under 3%.
Wow.
They're dead.
That loss was devastating to
them. They could win the Pac-12. They would take. I think the college football playoff would rather take a 1-loss Michigan, a 1-loss Ohio State, a 1-loss Alabama, or a 1-loss Georgia.
Very good point. Them. Very good point.
How awesome would that be if just all 4 of those teams got in?
Oh, I'd love it.
Just be like, instead of ranking them, all right, Ohio State, you're going to play Michigan, Georgia, you're going to play Alabama.
I mean,
and just be like redo the rivalries, and then the winner of
I
the
would be so in for that, honestly. Will the Eagles fall off? And if so, come playoff time,
Mm-hmm.
if you had to pinpoint one NFC team to knock them out, who's it going to be?
Ooh, one NFC team to knock them out.
To beat them before they could get to the Super Bowl.
It's got to be a team with really good run defense, because if you can get the Eagles into third and long, I think you put Jalen Hurts in a position where he's not his best.
Yep.
When he can scramble for first downs, it's going to be a long day. But if he has to run 10 yards, it's a lot harder for him. I'm trying to think. Comes to mind good run defense. Maybe the Vikings. I think the Vikings are solid enough. I mean, I know they got their butts whooped in there on Monday night week 2, but I feel like the Vikings are playing good enough right now, especially against the run, where they could get that.
You trust Kirky?
Yeah, I would hope that's like the early game of the that needs to be the 4:00 game. If that's an 8:00 game, I'll bet Philadelphia minus 27.5.
Okay. And that will cap off my
awesome
shake and take questions to you.
All right, moving on. We are doing the draft of ice cream flavors. This is important that we do it now because, in my opinion, Douglas,
yes,
it is October 18th.
Yep.
And if you're eating ice cream,
yep,
after October 20th, go seek mental help.
Well, luckily for you, I don't really care much for ice cream unless it is summer on a hot
That's
day.
what I mean. It needs to be above 70 degrees out to eat ice cream.
Yeah.
If it's below 70 degrees out, I don't care how hot you got it in your house. Ice cream is not a holiday thing. There's a reason why it's, cookies at the holidays, because you're not supposed to be eating ice cream. But I know people do. But we need to get this in before that time comes where we can't. If we're talking about ice cream in December, people are going to be looking at us weird. So we got to get it in now.
For sure.
With that being said, this is an odd episode, but we're doing 2 drafts. So I will draft first in this draft. Douglas will draft first in the second draft. I'm taking easily the number 1 pick on my board. This is a 5-star prospect, never misses. I don't care what brand you get it at. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Always plays.
Yeah.
Always plays. It's the best because I don't know why anyone would do this, but I always found it fun as a kid. You get a nice piece, you get a nice spoonful, you enjoy it, you suck on the piece for a little bit, and then you just get the one ball of cookie dough and you just eat the cookie dough by itself.
Yep.
Always chocolate chip cookie dough always plays. It's a 5-star prospect. Easy number 1 pick. Go ahead.
Not a bad pick at all. With my first pick here, that probably would have been mine. It would have been close. I didn't actually rank these. I have a 1A and 1B that I've been indecisive on. I will take cookies and cream. Big Oreo guy here when it comes to the pieces of Oreo and ice cream. What a combo. I mean, I get milkshakes that way. I'll eat Oreos by themselves. I'll eat ice cream by itself. Sometimes I'll break up some Oreos and throw them in some vanilla ice cream and mix it around and make my own, because there's never enough pieces sometimes depending on the brand you get. So I will go cookies and cream here.
Solid pick. It was my number 7 on my board. Second pick, this is my own personal favorite. Very few I've had of this flavor have been bad. Some have been the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. That's butter pecan. If you have butter pecan ice cream,
I hate butter pecan, man.
The pecan chips are delicious. They add a nice crunch, but just the flavor, you can't even describe it. It's like a nutmeg and cinnamon and caramel mix with the butter pecan. So delicious. Butter pecan, easy number 2 pick. I got a 2-headed monster.
With my second pick here, I'll be taking Moose Tracks. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or had it.
Such a bad pick.
No, dude, Moose Tracks it gets busy.
No,
dude, you got the brownie, the caramel, the nuts, there's everything in there that you want in Moose Tracks.
Yeah,
I'm all over that. That's a freebie there.
Moose Tracks is the guy on your team that, he's good until he's not. He's good while he's there, but he's going to go off the rails. You're going to get a bad.
No.
You're going to get a bad Moose Tracks. Week 7, out of the blue, you're going to get a bad Moose Tracks, and you're like, this sucks.
Okay. Okay.
My number 3 pick, Mint Chip. Mint Chip is awesome.
You're sick.
It is. It's
You
the
are
most.
sick.
First of all, you want to talk about you always eat ice cream on a hot day. What's more refreshing than mint chip?
You're
It's
sick
mint.
for that.
It's refreshing.
Should not be with ice cream.
It's the most refreshing ice cream. You get that on a hot day, you're going to instantly cool off. Mint chip always plays, especially in the dog days of summer.
I hated that pick. Loved your other two. Hated that one bad. I'm not huge on butter pecan. I cannot stand mint with any type of chip chocolate. Does not matter. Should not be.
You don't like
peppermint
you don't
patties.
like Andes.
Nope.
You don't like Andes.
Nope.
You don't like peppermint. You don't like York peppermint
Nope.
patties. Oh my god.
No, I do not. Serial killers. That's what Dahmer was eating before.
No, he was not eating York
people.
peppermint patties. He was eating people.
Okay. Okay.
He was eating Perry patties, not peppermint patties.
All right. My third pick here, such a great value pick. Give me strawberry cheesecake ice cream. I'm huge. Now vanilla ice cream.
Where are you getting that at? Where are you buying?
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh,
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, okay, yeah. Here, Ben and Jerry's. Give us $13.70 for a pint of ice cream.
No, it's $5. $5.
Right.
I have to specify though, if it's not the one that has the graham cracker topping with chunks of strawberry and cheesecake in it with vanilla ice cream, I don't want it. I don't want strawberry ice cream. It's gotta be the vanilla ice cream with all the other things added into it.
Okay. Well, this one is one I passed on. It was my number 3. I passed on it because I was just waiting to get a little extra value in case you passed on it. Maybe could have done it again after this one, but I'm going to play it safe. Give me Neapolitan. I'm getting all 3. I'm getting the 3 main. I'm getting the 3-headed monster of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Unbelievable value here in the 4th round.
Was hoping I could get that at 5. So
now you can take chocolate or vanilla, but guess what? You can't take all 3.
That's fine because strawberry is the worst out of those 3, in my opinion. Artificial strawberry, not that good.
Chocolate's the worst out of all.
Well, you won't like my 5th pick then. With my 4th pick, though, I'll be taking caramel brownie. Dude, caramel brownie's insane.
Yeah, but isn't that? I mean, so no, go ahead.
It's not the same as Moose Tracks. If that's
I know Moose Tracks has peanut butter cups in it, but it's some people do.
They're relatively similar.
Some people do Moose Tracks with brownie bits.
Or I'll go like the New York fudge brownie then, or whatever it is, if that to specify differently. About the same thing though, but there's going to be caramel in there, some fudge, some brownie, and that's it. Some chocolate ice cream as well, not in vanilla. Make it in chocolate. If you're going to overkill it, just overkill it hard. So that will be my 4th pick.
Oh boy, I have a tough one here. Got some good ones. I think I'm just going to go with we're in the 5th round. You're not looking for, not looking for a guaranteed thing. You're looking for the guy who's going to come out of nowhere and have that upside. And no one has better upside than salted caramel pretzel.
That's a good pick.
Salted caramel pretzel. I love, first of all, caramel might be my favorite, like sweet flavor. And you throw some salted pretzels on there. Easy winner. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you like caramel, you like pretzels, you like salty and sweet, salted caramel pretzel always plays. That's
probably your best value pick as far as I'm concerned. That's a very
Neapolitan in the 4th was insane.
I wanted it in the 5th, so fair enough. That's my fault. Number 5 here, I will be taking regular old chocolate ice cream. Regular chocolate ice cream.
Terrible. I mean, that's kind of like, okay, we had a bad draft up until now. Let's just take the lower ceiling.
No.
Let's just take the higher floor.
Like I always go to these ice cream places, like Lovey's that's close to us. I'll go down there and get a cone, and I like soft serve. I'm sitting there looking at the thing forever and ever, and I'm like, man, I mean, I don't want any of these. There's so many options here. Just give me a chocolate ice cream cone. Just give me chocolate.
People that like do like the blueberry or like.
Yeah, no.
You remember the old igloo down by where the micro
racetrack? Yeah.
They used to do like it was like vanilla ice cream, but it had like blue like swirl, but it was like a syrupy swirl.
Yeah,
Never got it. I just remember seeing it, and I'm like, that looks gross.
terrible.
So
Also, hard caps, so overrated.
no,
Yes.
terribly wrong.
Oh,
Sarah's hard
except
cap.
Saris. Except Saris. Except Saris.
You ever have a dip cone at DQ?
I won't do that.
You haven't lived yet, then. All
I
right.
won't be doing that.
Just to recap our draft, I took chocolate chip cookie dough, butter pecan, mint chip. Neapolitan was the steal of the draft in the 4th round, and salted caramel pretzel.
I went cookies and cream, moose tracks, strawberry cheesecake, New York fudge brownie, and regular chocolate.
I had 4 that didn't make it that I had in my reserves. French vanilla. Don't know what's really different about it. It just tastes a little different.
I don't either. Yeah.
Regular strawberry, which is the best of the Neapolitan flavors.
Oh,
it's the best of the Neapolitan because people never put time into the vanilla in Neapolitan. They just put in regular old vanilla. 10, Pennsylvania vanilla. Hagen's makes a great Pennsylvania vanilla. You want to know what the difference is?
What's that?
They don't put eggs or milk in. That's Pennsylvania vanilla.
Okay.
So I think it's just a little more smoother, if you ask me. And then the last one, birthday cake. Yeah, it's a 10-year-old pick.
Dude, no, great pick. That's one of my reserves as well as birthday cake. I had twist, meaning chocolate and vanilla.
That one. Why didn't you put that in?
Didn't do it. Didn't take it.
A twist cone is as classic as you get.
It is. I mean, I would prefer just regular chocolate though. I like chocolate that much. And regular vanilla was the other one.
Okay. So, there you have it. We'll be right back with who's got that dog in them, the NFL draft of non-football free agency, and our bold predictions for the weekend. We'll see you guys when we get back. All right, we are back with some NFL who's got that dog in them. I think Douglas has 2 teams. I have 3, so I will go first. We'll do the little 2-man weave here. I'm taking the Lions.
Okay.
They go to Dallas against my Cowboys. Signs look like Dak's going to play. I don't know whether that's really. I think it's a good thing long term. Don't know if it's a good thing Sunday.
Okay.
I think they might be rushing just a little bit. I think they could let Rush play, but all signs lead to him playing. I think he's not going to be the Dak that he's been like he was last year. He's not going to be that guy right away. I think that lends itself to help the Lions. Lions are coming off a bye week. They always play tough. Dallas was just in a war on Philly. I think they're going to come out. Again, they're all NFL. They're all professionals, but I think they come out just a little bit sore, a little bit sluggish from that tough game against the Eagles. And Detroit has the offensive line to slow down the Dallas front 7. They have a very good offensive line. That can be if they can just slow down that pass rush, they could be definitely in the game at least. So I'm taking the Lions.
Okay. I don't hate that one at all. I actually was going to put them on here as my 3rd team if I had to pick another one. Mm-hmm. So definitely in agreement there as far as that could potentially go. My first one, I'll be taking Seattle at the Chargers.
That was my second one.
So
we're good.
Geno Smith has looked unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, I have nothing but praise for this guy right now. And as far as so think of this. Eckler hasn't missed a game yet. Penny has now missed technically 2, really, because he's been banged up in 2 separate games and missed halves of them, and then he missed last week. Penny has just as many rushing yards on 18 less carries than Eckler.
Wow.
And Kenneth Walker, I think, and I'm sure you do too, is better than Penny.
Yeah.
So they can run the ball too.
Yep.
Their defense has been great against the pass this year. At least their corners have against receivers. I know Mike Williams is having a decent year with the absence of Keenan Allen. Allen may be back. I get it. Lockett's having a better year than Mike Williams without Allen being there.
Yep.
Lockett's beaten him in every statistical category, and they're tied in touchdowns. He's got 4 more catches. He's got 25 more yards, and they both have 2 touchdowns. Not to mention, he's sharing the love with another guy that's 6'5" and runs like a freight train. So I'm all in on Geno Smith. he this year has thrown 188 passes. He's only thrown 50 incomplete. Pretty good completion percentage, 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns to 2 picks. Herbert having a very good year as well. I get it, but Herbert's also thrown the ball a ton more, almost 80 times more than him. He's thrown it 257 times. He's completed 170, 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. This is a weird little spot here. It's an early look ahead spot for me, but right now I love the Seahawks plus 6.5. I could see him winning the game outright. I think the Chargers are due for a little regression.
I like that you mentioned how good the Seattle pass defense has been because I think they got the steal of the draft.
Oh, they did.
Tariq Woolen is unbelievable. It's crazy. I figured he would be good at some point in his career or even great. Didn't know it would be this fast. Because he was a project. He's
so big too.
6'4", 215 pounds, coming out of UTSA. I believe he ran sub 4.4 at the combine. An absolute freaking. He's playing so well right now.
Did you see the comparison to rookie Richard Sherman and Tariq Woolen? Like when they got drafted, it's eerily similar. Like it's weird, dude.
Yeah.
It's him with. It's like Baby Sherman with Brandon Browner. You remember him? His height, that 6'4". Dude, what are you gonna do?
That's why I was saying if Seahawks, I would put Tariq Woolen travel to whatever side Mike Williams goes to.
Oh yeah, let him follow him.
Just try to prevent that long sideline pass that they try to hit 3 or 4 times a game.
Yep.
Yeah. The Chargers coming off a short week, don't like that for them. Seahawks are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games in October. They the underdog between these teams is 6-0 against the spread. So these are always tight games between these teams. 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 meetings.
Wow.
So definitely, I think this will be a close game. Pete Carroll knows how to play these guys.
Yep.
My last one, the Giants +3 at Jacksonville. I know I said I like Jacksonville to probably win the game. I can't not take the Giants on the spread here.
Yeah.
Anything more than 1.5 points, I was taking the Giants. They're just awesome. Dayball's awesome, and the Jaguars are 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 home. They're 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 home games, following a straight up loss. That's terrible. When they lose, they usually lose again.
My God.
I will be taking the Giants probably just to win outright on Sunday.
I don't hate that one. I don't know how I feel about that game with the line right now. I want to see some injury stuff come out for both teams first before I make a confirmation. I don't hate it, though. I have no reason to hate it. The Jags stink. My last one here, homer pick, Steelers at Miami. If Kenny Pickett plays, I think the Steelers win the game. That's simple.
Okay.
If he does not play, I like Miami to win. He is the determining factor. Nothing else will change my mind. It's going to come down to Kenny, Shane, Pickett. If he plays, I like Pittsburgh. If he doesn't, I love Miami.
Okay.
7-point dogs. The Steelers just are. They're hot now. They're feeling themselves a little bit, I feel like, after that win. They probably shouldn't have got that win in the first place, let alone they covered it. They get a W, build some confidence. You know Watt's coming. You're almost at the end of this tough stretch.
Yeah.
Power through, and you got a bye week to look forward to. If they could squeak out a win here, man, which I think they're going to do, because I think Kenny's going to play.
Maybe Tom will buy him some more black Air Force Ones.
Yeah, that's nice.
That will wrap it up for who's got that dog in them. Let's move on to this draft. Very excited. It is the non-football free agency draft. Douglas will be taking for the Steelers. I will be drafting for the Cowboys. The rules are you need to take 5 players, 5 athletes to fill positions. They don't. You can get multiple athletes at the same position if you want to. You just have to get 5 different athletes. The rule is you cannot take more than 1 athlete from the sport. So you can't be taking LeBron James.
All the NBA players.
Can't be taking LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Okay. So just to make that clear, Douglas, with that being said, you are the first overall pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this sport was tough when I looked into it, so I have to go here due to value. With my first pick, I'm going to be taking Deontay Wilder out of boxing. Wilder was highly recruited coming out of high school to play football. He wanted to go to Alabama and withdrew from it, actually, because he had to work and provide for his family. I was reading that. So I'm going to take Wilder just because when I looked into boxing, not a lot of guys. There's really not a ton that I feel very confident in saying. I would be putting Deontay Wilder at receiver. That's where he played. He's 6'9". I'm
Yikes!
sure.
No,
Yeah, yeah, that's
wrong,
where I'd
wrong,
put him.
wrong position.
I'd probably
Say
put.
that.
That's where he played. If I had to pick a
Yeah,
defense
but
side,
that's not.
he's an edge rusher or
It's where he
something,
play.
outside
That.
linebacker
Thank you.
or something of the sorts.
I have him down as an edge rusher.
But yeah, outside linebackers, what made more sense to me too. I have it underlined here. Makes sense to me. And then what he actually was, he was a receiver. Either way, if I got that guy, I would not be upset. So I'll take Wilder here with my first pick.
You might have a good strategy. I'll let you know if I'm right about that, or you would let me know. I'm going to the NBA with my first pick.
Okay.
I think you have a strategy, and I'm not sure about it, but I'll see if I'm right.
Okay.
I'm taking Giannis, best athlete in the NBA, 6'11", 240, runs like a deer, and I'm putting him at free safety. I'm putting him at cover 3, free safety. He's gonna play. He's gonna patrol the middle. Good luck passing deep on that.
Got 8-foot strides.
8-foot strides with that long reach. You're not going to get any balls completed deep over the middle, and we'll just play lockdown underneath.
I'll tell you what, if he comes in for a blitz and somebody goes low,
He's
getting blown out.
You're
dropping him back every play.
Only job on the. We can roll coverages. We can do different things. We can blitz corners, drop outside linebackers, whatever we want to do. But we are not. He is not getting in the box. It's either a shoestring tackle or an interception.
Okay, fair enough. I don't hate that pick at all. With my next pick here, I'm going to be going to hockey.
Okay.
I will be taking Evander Kane, left winger for the Oilers. He is 6'2".
Yeah.
He's massive, actually, for a winger, I feel like. Very athletic, has good hands. I'll put him at tight end. Put him at tight end. Yeah, 6'2". Cam Hayward's little brother, Connor, 6 flat, and he's playing tight end. I'll put him at tight end.
He's a fullback.
A fullback.
He's a fullback.
No.
If you're under 6'3", you're a fullback.
Should be, but he's not.
I'll
set him.
The reason he's not a fullback is because Watt's little brother, who gets on the field 3 snaps a game, is getting paid $4 million.
Yeah, that's a shame, but had to do what you had to do to keep TJ. But yes, I will be going Evander Kane here with number 2.
I like it. Again, hey, we're gonna dot up this secondary here. We're gonna get this secondary going. I don't know how fast his straight line speed is because of the sport he plays in. So, but I love how long he is. I love the scheme fit. We already got Giannis. So we got Trevon Diggs on the one side in the cover 3 scheme.
Yep.
We got Giannis in the middle.
Yep.
We're going with Israel Adesanya, and we're gonna put him at cornerback. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him at quarterback. He's hit the long arms. I'm gonna try to look up his reach here. Believe it's something crazy. Let's see. He's 6'4", 185 pounds. Got to get a little bit in the weight room. 80-inch reach.
Wow.
80-inch reach at corner. He fits the Dan Quinn's to cover 3 scheme. Loves long corners. So I got Trevon Diggs, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Israel Adesanya in the secondary. Good luck.
That's not bad at all. With my next pick here, I'll be heading to the UFC as well. I will be taking Dominic Reyes.
Terrible.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, you forgot about Francis.
No, I don't care. Hold on. Let me get there. He is 6'4". He played Division I football at Stony Brook as a safety. So yeah, I will be taking Dominic Reyes. Get Edmonds out. Get Edmonds out.
What a bad pick.
Get him out.
You need pass rusher depth. No one's getting to the quarterback now.
Don't care.
Oh my goodness.
Don't care. We're getting there. You wait on it.
You put Francis on the edge. And just tell him, get to this guy. You don't even have to tell him the rules.
You wait there.
Okay.
We'll take Reyes, throw him up at safety. That's 6'4", 205.
I can go either way here. I have a guy that I know you can't pick, so I might just wait on him till the end. Let's see here. I will be taking the Cowboys. They need offensive line depth.
Yep.
We know that their first group not bad at all, but they need some depth. So we're taking 34-year-old, 6'9", 300-pound Tyson Fury to come play left tackle. 85-inch reach. The reach is insane. He is going to just pass set. Good luck getting around that guy. He's light. His feet are light as a feather. I don't care what his size is. Got some light, quick feet. Just teach him the technique. Perfect left tackle.
No, I don't hate that. That's just funny because he's so big.
He's so big,
He would be
and
monstrous out there.
got unbelievable feet for his size.
He does. He really does. He has great movement just in general for his size. I'll be heading to Major League Baseball with my next pick. I'll be taking Aaron Judge. He'll be playing D end. He's
Okay.
6'7", 282 pounds.
The only thing that doesn't work about that is he's not tough enough.
You don't know that.
Nah, he's not tough enough.
No, you don't know that.
He played high school football, but once he gets hit by an NFL offensive tackle,
hey, gotta it's just growing pains. You gotta get them growing pains out. But for his size and maybe there's something untapped there, I'll be taking Aaron Judge, and he will be playing D end.
Okay. I believe so. I have 3 picks here. I have 3 picks down. Ooh. This isn't really a position of need so much for the Cowboys.
Yep.
But it is a position that if you can get a good one of these, you're set. I'm taking Erling Haaland, who is he's a striker for Manchester City in the EPL. Dude's incredibly accurate kicking a soccer ball. Can't be that hard to learn how to kick a football. He is an incredible athlete alone. So if I want to put him on kickoff, on special teams, punter, whatever, incredible athlete, can do it all. He's definitely a unicorn. I know a lot of people watching this might not know a lot about EPL soccer. Erling Haaland is basically like the LeBron James of EPL soccer. He's just like the freak of the freaks, the 1% of the 1%. He has the athletic ability and paired with it a great mind and understanding the game. I think you just teach him how to kick a football, tell him you don't have to do all these other things, running or whatnot. I think he's awesome kicker in the NFL.
No, I don't hate that pick. With my last pick here, I'm going to be taking John Morant.
Mm-hmm.
He will be playing corner for the Steelers. We're talking about a guy with a 44-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Guy's 6 foot, and he can run like the wind
and
jump out of the gym. So I love getting John Morant here. The reason I waited on NBA is I feel like that's the area that's going to have the most athletes. So my strategy was to wait, even if you took somebody. Okay. There's just 1,000 other guys that can probably do it.
I thought your strategy was going to be taking LeBron, and I was going to laugh at you.
No, I wasn't going to take LeBron, just because I had Reyes as my safety, and that's where I would have put LeBron personally.
The only thing I thought about putting John Morant in. I really did.
Yep.
If you played a team that has John Morant at corner,
yep,
you run at John Morant every play.
Yeah, he'd have to bulk up for sure.
You block everybody else. You block everybody but John Morant, and you just run right at him with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he'd have to bulk up for sure, certainly. But John Morant is just a special athlete in general. I don't know much if he I'm sure he probably played football throughout his high school tenure. I'm sure he was probably very good as well. Just guys that are that athletically gifted tend to just be very good at numerous sports. So I will take Morant there at number 5.
I am torn here because there's 3, but really only 2 ways I can go because I don't think the Cowboys need a quarterback right now. So I will be taking, and I don't think they need a tight end. I think they need a receiver. I know how fast he can skate. I don't know how fast he can run, but I have to imagine it's pretty close. I'm taking Connor McDavid as a receiver. He's 6'1", just shy of 200 pounds. Incredible ability on the ice. I have to imagine some of that translates to with 2 feet on the ground instead of 2 skates. Dude, the way he cuts and turns and how powerful his lower body is, throw him in the slot. Let CD and Cooper get busy on the outside. Let McDavid eat underneath like an Edelman or an Amendola. Love Connor McDavid. It's crazy though imagine how big football guys are. Because if you watch Connor McDavid play hockey, he's usually one of the bigger players on the ice, and he's only 6'1".
Yeah.
So now, but that wraps it up for the draft. Douglas, you want to read your 5?
Yeah. With my first pick, we took Deontay Wilder. He would be playing an edge rushing outside backer type of guy.
I convinced you into that, huh?
You did. 2, we went Evander Kane, left wing for the Oilers. We would put him in kind of as like an upgrade to Connor Hayward, like a hybrid tight end type of deal. 3, Dominic Reyes, played at Stony Brook University, strong safety. He's 6'4", 205. And Edmund stinks. Let me say that one more time for the people. 4, Aaron Judge, defensive end. He's 6'7", 285 pounds. just can't be soft, as Trey alluded
Yeah.
to. If he's soft, he will get ran through. And 5, John Morant, freakish athletic ability, fast, can jump, got good hands, got good vision, knows what he's doing, very smart basketball player. I'm sure that would translate all very well if he was a defensive back.
My 5 go Giannis Antetokounmpo. Sorry, I'm putting him at free safety. Might even have a role as a wide receiver down on the goal line. Just throw it up to him.
Oh,
I'm taking Israel Adesanya as a corner. So basically, you think you got the Cowboys pass rush, and you got 2 freaks in the back end with Diggs.
yeah.
Good luck. That defense is absolutely freakish. I'm taking Tyson Fury at left tackle. Just huge, great feet, perfect left tackle build. I am taking Erling Haaland. I've just looked up his size, by the way, just to tell you how much of a freak he is. He's 6'4", 200 pounds, playing soccer. That's
My
not
God.
a lot of people can do that. And he makes 375,000 euros per week. There's a little stat about Erling Haaland.
That's probably a lot of money still.
Very a lot. It's probably one of the higher contracts in the EPL. And wrapping up, Connor McDavid, put him in the slot wide receiver. Cowboys need some receiver depth, so I love the athlete, love the turning ability, love the straight line speed. Connor McDavid.
Okay.
So moving on to our last segment here, college football and NFL bowl predictions. Let's start off with college. College goes first on the weekend. They'll go first here as well. Douglas,
Yes.
what is your third best or third less bold prediction?
Okay.
Third most bold prediction. Let me get this
Oregon spices up the Pac-12 with a monstrous 17-point win over UCLA at home this weekend. Look, I know Oregon's slight favorites in that game. I know you like UCLA. I don't hate UCLA. I think Oregon's starting to catch their groove, and I think UCLA is due for regression at some point. I think it's going to come. That's how I feel like the whole pack as a whole is going to be. Everyone's going to at least have a loss in there. UCLA is going to be the next one to fall. I think Oregon will get it done. Bo Nix has looked very good. I know you've had a lot of negative things to say about him in the past, and you've gave him his props as of recently. But I think that they will get it done, and I think that they will win by double digits.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me about that game for UCLA is that it's at home, and that's usually where Bo plays better. So, but I still like UCLA to win. My third bold prediction in college football this weekend: Tennessee will be trailing after the first quarter to Tennessee Martin.
No,
They play FCS Tennessee Martin. Tennessee just had the greatest win of all time in their program.
Yeah,
it wasn't a national championship, but it was as close as that as it comes. Beating Alabama, they're still going to be drunk. Not physically drunk, emotionally drunk. They're gonna be hungover. They're just not gonna be up for that game against Tennessee Martin.
I don't hate that one.
This is Tennessee Martin Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I mean, imagine if they beat them.
They're not gonna. They're not.
I know they wouldn't, but
Tennessee,
imagine.
Tennessee will wake up, but it'll be close for a little bit. Tennessee Martin Super Bowl. Tennessee does not care that Tennessee Martin's coming in to play them this week.
Yeah, they're thinking about Georgia in a couple of weeks for sure. My next one, Minnesota is going to head into Pedo Valley Saturday, 7:30 on ABC for the whiteout. They are going to defy all of the odds, and they are going to win 31-27 behind Muhammad Ibrahim's 210-yard, 3-touchdown day. Even though Tanner Morgan is probably not going to play, they're going to just run the ball nonstop. Penn State showed that they had a relatively tough time stopping Michigan. Minnesota is a very good team at running the football as well. They're not Michigan. I get it. That's why I said 210 yards behind one guy, not 400 for the team. And I think that Minnesota will just absolutely shell shock the world.
0 to 100% if Minnesota wins that game at Penn State. How hot is James Franklin's seat?
Needs to be very hot at that point. I'd say 70% is what it should be. Should be heating up. Should already be kind of hot, to be honest.
Iowa has one of the best defenses in college football. Top 10 easily.
Here we go.
They go to Ohio State at noon on Saturday. They lose by 40 points.
Okay.
They're going to get absolutely no.
That did not go where I thought.
This is going to be the worst beatdown in the history of college football. This is going to be Iowa will not be able to move the ball. Their offense is absolutely pitiful, and Ohio State will create turnovers at will. And I put 40 points plus. This could be a 50-point plus. I was kind of being a little bit safe.
So you love, I don't know what the line is. Do you have it?
I can find it. It's a noon game.
Read me the line.
I believe it's in the 20s. I believe it's in the high 20s.
And you'll be taking Ohio State?
Yes,
is that what
I will be taking Ohio State. It is 28.5. I will be taking Ohio State on that.
Really?
Iowa is just, they can't score.
Yeah, they can't.
Do you think Ohio State can score 5 touchdowns against them?
Yes.
Then it's a lock because Iowa will not be able to score in that environment.
Okay, fair enough. And my last bold prediction here. Oh, baby. Fascinating. I've been waiting to get to this since you asked me the question earlier from the Pack Punt Pass. Syracuse heads to Clemson at noon on Saturday. They are 13.5-point dogs. They will beat Clemson outright, and they will go on to be undefeated and win the ACC.
Syracuse away from the dome scares the hell out of me.
Syracuse will beat Clemson. That defense is travel. Offenses don't. Defense is travel.
Somehow in that game, if Syracuse was unranked and at home, I might believe you.
Fair.
But the fact that they're ranked and on the road, Clemson has a ranked team coming in. Clemson's going to be very up for that game.
Fair.
My number one bold prediction goes against your third bold prediction. UCLA proves they are the best team in the Pac-12 when they beat Oregon in Eugene 42-24.
Wow, so you think not only are they winning,
I think
a little ass whooping.
I think Oregon has a terrible defense. They're going to give up points. 2 or 3 stops of Bo Nix, and you're golden.
Okay.
Moving on to the NFL. Douglas, you went first in the college football, so I'll go first in the NFL.
Yep.
The Raiders play Houston come this Sunday. Derek Carr throws for 380 yards versus the Texans. The Raiders' offense finally looks as good as we thought it would. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdowns. And we'll say Josh Jacobs catches one out of the backfield. And Hunter Renfrow catches one himself. So 4 passing touchdowns and 380 yards for Derek Carr.
Okay. My first one here, the 49ers play Kansas City. I do not remember the venue. I think it's in Kansas City.
It's in San Francisco.
Is it? Okay. That being said, they're going to drop to 3-4 with a devastating loss to KC. KC is going to get right here. I think that San Francisco is going to get battered.
Wow.
Battered. I'm talking 2 touchdowns minimum. I think that Kansas City, it's just a get right game for them.
Yeah.
San Francisco has a lot of injuries and a lot of issues they need to work out. Jimmy G looks bad.
The Packers head to the Commanders on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Hey, we will remember the magic of Taylor Heineke in that playoff run in Washington.
Yeah, he's starting. Did you see that?
He will be extremely fun to watch, but the Commanders will lose by 1 point to Green Bay on Sunday. It'll be tight. It's a 5.5-point line. It will be tight. But the Commanders just at the last second, Heineke can't get the ball to where they need to go in field goal range, and they lose by 1.
Wow. What a game if that happens. What a game. Next. Detroit heads to Dallas Sunday at 1. I think this is a trap spot for Dallas. They're expected to win. They're at home. Dak is just now coming back. Detroit's defense is terrible. Dallas's defense is great.
Yeah.
That being said, Detroit needs a win or Campbell may be fired.
Yeah.
Their fight, if they like this guy, this one matters. So I have Detroit pulling an upset here in Dallas on Sunday.
The only thing that worries me about that game for Detroit, which when I say worry, I don't really worry about things for them, but they can't stop the run, and the Cowboys have been running the ball very, very well over the past couple of weeks. So I could see a game where both Pollard and Zeke go over 100 yards.
Would not hate seeing that because I got Pollard.
My bold prediction: the Ravens.
Oh boy.
Host Cleveland on Sunday. The Ravens take a 23-point lead.
You're not.
And lose.
No.
They lose. They get up. They get up 23 points late in the second quarter, and it goes downhill from there. They cannot play in the second half. Brissett launches up and down the field on this terrible Ravens secondary, this terrible pass rush they have. Cleveland overcomes a 23-point deficit to win.
Well,
keep their playoff hopes alive for another week.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm.
My last bold prediction: the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenneth Shane Pickett will start. He will come back. Tomlin said he's full participant today. He will be fully participating. He is expected to play, if that is the case, on Sunday night in Miami. James Pierre is going to have another great game. He is going to, anytime he is targeted or guarded, he will only allow 3 catches all night between any receiver he's on, less than 30 yards total. He will get an interception, and Pickett will lead them to a 28-24 win. And Pickett is going to have 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 72% completion percentage.
Is this the national breakout game?
Look, this is the Steelers saying we're coming. We're trying to. So I like the Steelers in this one.
All right. Awesome. That wraps up episode 15 of the Pack Boys Pod. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to shout us out on some socials at Pack Boys Podcast. Douglas, anything for the people?
Just thank you guys for watching. It means a lot to Trey and I. We really have a lot of fun doing this. We put a lot of prep into it, and we try to make it as good as we can for you guys. If you guys could follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Pack Boys Podcast, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your week.
All right, we'll see you guys.